What if every prayer you've ever made has been answered? Instantly, perfectly. The ones you whispered in hope, and the ones you screamed in fear. You see, you've been taught that prayer is an act of asking, a formal request sent out into the void hoping for an answer. But that is a profound misunderstanding of your own divine power. Prayer is not what you say with your lips. It is what you assume with your entire being. There is a secret prayer happening within you, right now, shaping every circumstance and event in your life. It is the silent, constant declaration of your I am. And over the next few minutes, I will not teach you a new way to ask. I will reveal to you the prayer that you are. And once you see it, once you truly understand it, your entire world will bend to your will. Stay with me, because you are about to remember the power you were born with. You've been taught to pray as if you're begging, as if you're asking a distant force for a favor. Oh, but that's a profound misunderstanding of your own power. Prayer isn't a plea. It's a declaration. It is an act of selection. The great teacher told you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Notice the tense. Believe that you have received it. It's a command to your inner world, an assumption that collapses time and space. You are not asking for a future reality. You are stepping into a reality that already exists within your consciousness. This isn't hope. This is an operant power. You are the I am that chooses which reality to experience. Your prayer is the key that turns the lock, but the door was never truly closed. It was always waiting for you to assume your rightful place. You already are the master of your fate. The prayer is just you remembering it. But that's only the surface. The mystics knew it. The titans of industry discovered it. Napoleon Hill called it autosuggestion, the art of impressing upon your own mind a burning desire until it becomes a physical fact. What is this if not a modern name for ancient faith? The successful don't wish, they declare. With unwavering faith and relentless repetition, they speak their desires into existence. They program their own consciousness. They act as if they already possess what they seek. This isn't delusion. This is the science of the unseen. Your brain, that magnificent instrument, cannot tell the difference between an intensely imagined reality and a physical one. When you feel the victory, when you embody the success, your mind commands your body and the very atoms around you to align with that state. Your assumption held with feeling becomes your truth. It has no choice. Now go deeper. This is where the ancient scriptures and the modern masters converge. The Bible states that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hill states that a definite chief aim, backed by a burning desire and faith, must translate into its physical equivalent. Do you see the pattern? Both are telling you the same eternal truth. The visible world is a shadow cast by the invisible, and your mind, your consciousness, is the master of that invisible realm. Your inner conversations, your dominant assumptions, are the prayers that are constantly being answered. Every moment you are praying. The question is, what are you praying for? Are you praying from a state of lack, of fear? Or are you praying from the state of the wish fulfilled? The universe doesn't judge. It only reflects the state you occupy. Here's what changes everything. You must stop seeing prayer as a separate event and start seeing it as your moment-to-moment state of being. The secret prayer is the assumption you carry within you. It's the feeling you return to day after day. It's the story you tell yourself when no one is listening. That is the creative force. That is the operant power shaping your world. People of immense success didn't just have goals. They lived from the end. They walked, talked, and acted like the person they intended to become, long before the evidence appeared in their world. They weren't faking it. They were creating it. They understood that the feeling is the key. You must feel the wealth before the money arrives. You must feel the love before the partner appears. You must feel the victory before the battle is won. Your feeling is the true prayer. And so the real work begins. It's not about kneeling once a day. It's about disciplining your mind to live in the state of your desire fulfilled. It's about choosing your thoughts, your feelings, your assumptions with the same care you would choose your food, because they are feeding your reality. The invisible world doesn't respond to your words of supplication. It responds to your conviction. It responds to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. When you truly believe you already have it, when you feel the gratitude for it as a present fact, the entire universe conspires to make it so. Your faith is not a passive hope. It is an active, creative force. It is the very power of God, the I Am, working through you. You don't get what you want. You get what you are now. Who are you choosing to be? Prayer is not an event you schedule. Oh no. It is a constant, silent mental act. It is the inner conversation you have with your true self, the I Am, from the moment you wake to the moment you sleep. This is the great secret. Your reality is molded by the words you repeat inside your own mind, but only when those words are charged with faith, with emotion, with deep, profound feeling. You are in a perpetual state of prayer. The thoughts you habitually entertain, the assumptions you consent to, these are the architects of your world. Napoleon Hill knew this. He didn't just write down his goals. He engaged in a focused, disciplined conversation with the infinite. He understood that to change the outside, you must first dominate the inside. Your inner world is not a reflection of the outer. The outer world is a delayed, physical printout of your dominant inner conversations. But that's only the surface. Hill would take his written statement of desire and read it aloud, daily, a declaration of faith. He would repeat, "I already have it. I am receiving it now," even when his senses screamed otherwise. This wasn't a hopeful plea. It was a command to his subconscious mind. You see, the subconscious is the loyal servant. It does not argue. It does not judge. It only accepts what you impress upon it with feeling and conviction. By repeating his assumption, he was reprogramming this deeper mind. He was planting a seed in the only soil that creates worlds. Your mind in time begins to believe what it is told most often. And when your mind truly believes, your reality has no choice but to obey. This is not a philosophy. This is the law of creation. The operant power is within you, waiting for direction. Now go deeper. The subconscious is reprogrammed by three things: repetition, emotion, and conviction. Think of your mind as a garden. Idle thoughts are weeds, but a thought repeated with intense feeling, that is a seed. When you water it with the emotion of the wish fulfilled, gratitude, joy, relief, it begins to sprout. When you hold the conviction that it must grow, you are giving it sunlight. This is the alchemy of consciousness. Intense repetitions, charged with the fire of emotion, transform into beliefs. And beliefs are the unseen framework upon which your entire life is built. They dictate your perceptions, your reactions, your choices. You don't see the world as it is. You see the world as you are. Change your beliefs and you change the world you see. Here's what changes everything. Your destiny is not written for you. It is written by you through the beliefs you accept as true. This process of mental prayer, of conscious repetition, is how you become the author. The beliefs you forge in the furnace of your imagination build your behaviors. Your behaviors repeated become your habits, and your habits carve the path of your life. It's a chain of creation, and it begins with a single disciplined assumption held in your mind. You are not waiting for a miracle from the outside. You are being the miracle from the inside out. You are selecting a new state of consciousness, and by occupying that state, you compel a new reality to be born. Your outer world is the mirror, and it can only reflect the face you hold within. And so, the work is not to convince God. The work is to convince yourself. The prayer is a tool for your own transformation. It is the disciplined practice of feeling your desire as a present fact. Napoleon Hill didn't just read his goals. He felt himself as the man who had already achieved them. That feeling, that inner certainty, is the prayer that is always answered. It is the language the universe understands. Your repetition must be saturated with this feeling. You must feel the wealth in your bones before the checks clear. You must feel the love in your heart before the person arrives. This feeling is the key. It's the bridge between the unseen and the seen. You already are what you want to be. The mental prayer is simply the process of removing the amnesia and remembering who you truly are. The faith that moves mountains begins with a single intentional pebble. It starts with the small, repeated, conscious actions you take when no one is watching. This is active faith. It is the bridge between your inner world of assumption and the outer world of fact. You think faith is a grand emotional explosion. Oh, but it is much quieter, much more profound. It is a discipline. It's the routine you build to support the reality you have selected within. Anyone can feel faithful when things are going well, but the master proves their faith through their daily, seemingly insignificant actions. These actions are not for an external God. They are signals to your own deeper consciousness, reinforcing the new state you have chosen to occupy. You are not trying to earn a miracle. You are embodying the miracle itself, moment by moment, through your routine. This is the sacred rhythm of creation. But that's only the surface. Let's make this real. What does this look like? It looks like waking up and before your feet touch the floor whispering, "Thank you for the reality that is already yours." It's looking in the mirror and declaring out loud to the person staring back, "I am wealthy. I am loved. I am successful." It's taking a pen and writing your goals not as future hopes but as present facts, as memories of what has already been accomplished in the vastness of your imagination. These are not empty rituals. Each act is a physical prayer, Each repetition is another anchor securing you to your new state of being. You are training your body, your senses, your entire physical vessel to live in harmony with the wish fulfilled. You are closing the gap between the man you were and the man you now are. Now go deeper. Faith is not about feeling. Let me repeat that. Faith is not about waiting for a feeling of certainty. If you wait to feel it, you will wait forever. Faith is a decision. It is a mental diet. It is the discipline to direct your mind and your actions in alignment with your assumption, especially when your feelings and your circumstances scream the opposite. You prove your faith not with your emotions, but with your obedience to the state you have assumed. You are proving to your own consciousness that you trust the unseen reality more than the seen. Your actions become the evidence. When you act as if, you are not pretending. You are giving a command to the universe. You are saying with every move, "This is who I am now." The feeling of faith follows the action. The action does not wait for the feeling. Here's what changes everything. Every small act becomes a testament to your new reality. Organizing your home for the guests who are coming. Paying your bills with joy and gratitude, knowing you are a conduit for infinite abundance. Giving your absolute best at your work, not for the praise of others but as an expression of the excellence you now embody. Helping someone without any expectation of return, because you are operating from a state of fullness, not of lack. These are not mundane chores. They are sacred acts of active faith. You are telling the universe, "I believe so deeply in what I have assumed that my behavior is now a reflection of it." This consistency is what impresses the subconscious mind. It sees the evidence of your actions and concludes that this new reality must be true. And then it works tirelessly to make it so. And so you must learn to be thankful for what is on its way. More than that, you must be thankful even when there are no apparent reasons for gratitude. This is the highest form of active faith. To thank God the I am within you, in the midst of a storm, proves that your focus is not on the storm, but on the harbor you have already reached in your imagination. This gratitude is a powerful frequency. It tunes your entire being to the state of receiving. It tells your deeper mind that the promise is not just possible, but it is already done. Your consistent, intentional actions, born from a place of gratitude, are the living proof of your faith. They are the steps you take on the unseen bridge, and with each step, the bridge solidifies beneath your feet. Your words have power. Your feelings have power. But the prayer that truly shatters old realities and creates new worlds must be accompanied by action. Oh, this is the part where so many stumble. They pray, they visualize, they feel, and then they wait. But the universe doesn't respond to waiters. It responds to creators. Your action gives weight to your words. It is the physical signature on the contract you've written in your imagination. Your attitude, your movement, your decisions, these are the proofs of your faith. The divine, the great I am, doesn't just respond to what you say you believe. It responds to what you do with that belief. Your action is a prayer in motion. It's the declaration, in the language of the physical world, that you know your desire is already a fact. But that's only the surface. The law is waiting for you. It waits for your step of faith to release its infinite power. Divine intervention is not a random gift. It is a response. It is triggered by the one who dares to move without a guarantee. You want the waters to part? You must be willing to get your feet wet. You must take the step into the unknown, trusting not your eyes but the vision held firmly within your consciousness. This is the ultimate test of faith. Are you willing to act on your assumption when there is no evidence to support it? That single courageous step is what tells the universe you are serious. It is the catalyst that transforms potential energy into kinetic reality. The bridge appears the moment you dare to step where there is no bridge. Now go deeper. The ancient scriptures knew this. They are codes for this very law. Moses was told to stretch out his staff over the sea. He had to act first. Abraham was told to leave his land, to walk away from everything he knew based only on a promise. He had to act first. David, a boy, ran towards the giant Goliath before the victory was assured. He acted on the assumption of his power. Do you see the pattern? In every case, the human actor made the first move. They didn't wait for the miracle to be complete. They acted from the state of the wish fulfilled, and their action was the channel through which the miracle poured forth. They embodied the victory, and so the victory had no choice but to manifest around them. Their action was the final necessary ingredient. Here's what changes everything. Napoleon Hill called this applied faith. It is the opposite of passive hope. It is the calculated, decisive power to put your feet in the direction of what you have assumed to be true, even, and especially, when circumstances are contrary. This is the fire that forges champions. Anyone can move when the path is clear. But can you move when it's shrouded in fog, guided only by the light of your inner conviction? This action is not a frantic, desperate struggle. It is a calm, precise movement born of certainty. You are not acting to make it happen. You are acting because, in your imagination, it has already happened. You are simply moving in harmony with a reality that is already complete within you. This is the secret distinction, and so your prayer and your action must become one. They are not separate steps. They are two sides of the same coin of creation. Your prayer establishes the state of being. Your action is the natural, inevitable expression of that state. If you have truly assumed the consciousness of wealth, you will naturally act in ways that reflect abundance. If you have truly assumed the state of being loved, you will move through the world with the confidence and grace of one who is cherished. Don't ask for a sign and then stand still. Be the sign. Take the inspired step. Make the call. Write the book. Start the business. Your action, born of faith, is the command that the physical world must and will obey. You are the operant power, and it is time to operate. It is not enough to pray. It is not enough to act. You must also be ready to receive. And this is the final key that locks your new reality into place. The universe does not deliver great promises to those who have no structure to sustain them. A mansion cannot be built on a foundation meant for a shack. You must ask yourself, is my life right now a vessel prepared for the miracle I am asking for? Or would the sheer force of my answered prayer shatter the container I have built? The divine flow requires a worthy channel. Your preparation is not a test from God. It is a practical necessity. You are building the treasure chest before the gold arrives. You are proving, with your discipline and your choices, that you are ready to be a steward of the abundance you have claimed. But what is this preparation? It is a conscious and sometimes ruthless clearing of space. It is changing your habits. It is upgrading your words. It is shifting your behaviors to match the person you have assumed you are. It means letting go of the friendships that anchor you to your past state. It means creating a vacuum where your old self used to be, so that your new reality has a place to rush in. True faith is proven in this preparation. You begin to act like the person who is already receiving. You manage your small amount of money as if it were a fortune. You treat your small apartment as if it were a palace. You carry yourself with the dignity and grace of the one who has already won. This isn't faking it. This is a profound act of alignment. Now go deeper. The very soul of this preparation is gratitude. Oh, not the cheap gratitude you feel when something good happens. No, I'm talking about a radical, defiant gratitude. The gratitude you feel in the midst of the fire. The gratitude you express in the valley of shadows. This is what prepares your spirit to stand on the mountaintop. If you are not grateful for what you have now, you will never be truly satisfied with what you receive later. Gratitude elevates the frequency of your mind. It tunes your consciousness away from the problem and locks it onto the solution, which is your inner state of the wish fulfilled. This is the ultimate discipline, to find a reason to say thank you, even when your senses show you nothing to be thankful for. Here's what changes everything. Gratitude in the valley proves to the heavens, to your own deeper self, that you are ready for the abundance of the mountain. Why? Because it proves you will not be a slave to it. It shows that your joy is not dependent on external things, but on the inner state you have chosen. When you can feel wealthy even when your pockets are empty, you have mastered wealth. When you can feel loved even when you are alone, you have mastered love. Your gratitude for the inner state, regardless of outer conditions, is the signal that you are the master, not the servant, of your reality. This elevated state of being is a magnet. It doesn't chase, it attracts, and it prepares you to handle the blessings without being corrupted by them. And so you prepare. You clean your house, you change your habits, you guard your mind, and you saturate every moment of this preparation with a deep, sincere gratitude, not for what is coming, but for what already is within your consciousness. You are no longer praying for a thing. You are giving thanks from the reality where it is already yours. This is the final turn of the key. The preparation has built the temple. The faith-filled action has opened the doors. And your gratitude? Your gratitude consecrates the space and invites the divine to dwell within. You are not manifesting. You are simply allowing what you already are on the inside to become visible on the outside. You are ready. You are no longer asking for reality. You are the reality that is now appearing. Your entire life from this moment forward is the answered prayer. Live from that knowing. So I have one question for you. What is the silent assumption you will carry into the world today? Let me know in the comments what you felt shift inside of you. Your story is a testament to this power. Subscribe and turn on notifications because this is just the beginning of your remembering. And if you felt this, then the next video is your next command. Click it now and go deeper into your power.